It's no longer a good plan if you can't stick with it, no matter how great of an idea it seemed. Here's an example. Maybe you bought an expensive Peloton bike back in the day, thinking, oh, this is gonna be at home. I'll be able to work out way more. It'll keep me motivated. This will be great. You drop $5,000 or whatever they cost. And then you never use it and it collects dust. And you constantly tell yourself, oh, I should be using that more. Oh, I just should be more motivated. Oh, I should. It doesn't matter. You're not using it. This is an example of sunk cost fallacy. Another example, you go and you invest a bunch of money into a home gym. You never use it. And you keep telling yourself, oh, I need to motivate myself to use it. Doesn't matter. Sunk cost fallacy. What this means, simply put, is you committed a certain amount of time, money, or your own ego into a previous plan and it's not working. Rather than just saying, we need to scrap this plan and build a new one or go a different direction, you protect your ego by saying, oh no, I need to make this plan work, because it hurts to admit that we're not as smart as we think we were, or the plan wasn't as good as we thought it was. If you want to transform your health and fitness, you don't need some magic plan. You need adherence. So if you were trying something before and it didn't work, change it up. Try something new. Simplify it. If you explained it to a third grader and they didn't understand what your plan was going to be, you probably don't have a very clear and simple plan. So here's an example of what you could do rather than the,
oh, I'm going to do this and this in my home gym and I'm going to make this program.
You could be like, hey, I'm going to go for a 15-minute walk every day after my lunch break. I'm going to do that for 2 weeks. I'll track it every day. If I do those 14 days, W. Outside of that, I have a 45 right next to my workplace. I'm going to go there for 2 classes this week. And if that goes well, I'll go for 2 more classes next week. If after those 2 weeks, you have 14 days where you did your walks and you've done 4 classes at the F45 next door, you know what you have now? You have momentum. It's a contagious thing because now you can build on that success. You have a little bit of confidence behind it. You could say, oh, you know what? I can do a 15-minute workout at that home gym I built. Or, oh, maybe now I can finally have that company start delivering those healthy meals to my office so I can eat high protein, but not have to worry about buying groceries, what I'm going to make, cooking, cleaning, measuring it, portioning it. I can just buy it and it'll deliver to my office. And then for the next 2 weeks after that, continue the walking. Maybe you like the F45. You go again. Maybe you up it to 3 times a week. And maybe you start eating some high protein meals for lunch every day rather than buying random things when you take out. And what happens is you slowly stack win over win and you're building a plan in motion. And it's not rigid. You can always assess and be like, ooh, is this still working for me? F45 is kind of fucking my knees up. I don't like this so much. Oh, wow, there's this cool personal training gym near me. Maybe I'll check that out. And it's just like this give take thing you're doing where it's fluid. Just assess, is this working? Is this something I can stick with? Is this moving me towards my goals? Yes, no. And then from there, like water, my friend, like Bruce Lee said, like water, and just change it as you go. Summary, sunk cost fallacy. It's sticking with something even though it's not working because you don't want to admit the losses or the time wasted or whatever it was. The sooner you can just cut your losses and move on, the better. It's not magic, it's just reps.